4-8. A good 10 points below the 101.86, which is his worst in this tournament so far this year. He's had 107.5, 101.9. Here we are. He's going to improve his average with this one. He comes back from the break with that purpose. His first maximum. Is this going to be Mardle 6? Oh, fantastic. Well, testing the tonsils of Bruce Bentley, and Mardle loves it. The great entertainer gets his 6th maximum.
Well, that second dart. Oh, and the third dart. Both of them darts have caught the barrel, taken all the momentum off them, and that's why they've not stuck in the dartboard. So, only 4 scoring darts for Taylor, and all of them treble 20s.
Well, he sees an amusing side to that. I'm sure that he would have preferred those stayed in the board, but even so, Mardle can't punish him. Gets only with 3 darts what Taylor secured with 1. Fancy this. If he's going for that cover shot again, I fancy this. No, he's gone for the 17s instead.
86. Well, to be quite honest, John, you know, when Phil's only playing at this sort of average, this is when you've got to beat him. There's no ifs or buts. You have got to beat him. Wayne has given himself chances, although Wayne hasn't scored, you know, that consistent, but he's given himself chances and he just hasn't taken them.
61. Well, Phil Taylor went for 17, left himself on a bogey. He would have done if he'd gone for 19. He'd have left himself 163. So I was perhaps therefore 18 should have been his target, but it's academic now. He's made a big hole in that. 32 left. Rectified matters. Should go 5-2 up in a sec.
Well, Wayne just not consistent enough. You know, Taylor doesn't miss this double very often. He misses it with the first. It's normally a good guide for the second. Well, that is a perfect guide for Phil from where he's standing. And that is exactly why. Just used that first dart as the range and the guide and just slid the second one beside it. But Wayne, he's been hitting a lot of big scores, but he's then following it up with a bad score. Of course, you cannot do that.
Yes, he's had 12 darts at a double Mardle. He's been successful twice. That's the score, of course, 4-5-2. Taylor 5 out of 13. Hardly his best, but rather more acceptable.
135.
And that of this man. From Romford.
94.
Enjoys coming up north. The audiences enjoy him, I know. Very popular wherever he goes, Mardle. Great entertainer. Sometimes I wonder, Rod, may be unfair to him here, but I do wonder sometimes 59. If he's happy to be the happy loser. Certainly a delighted man when he wins, but I don't know, he sometimes seems to accept defeat rather too readily.
Yeah, you may be right, and I think that goes for a few other players as well. As Taylor goes for his 2nd maximum. 140. Yeah, I mean, we see a lot of players, especially when they're playing Taylor, they kind of accept that they're going to lose, so they just go up and enjoy it. But certainly, when you get beaten by a big score, it's not enjoyable, that's for sure. 96. Certainly Wayne in this game has had many chances and just not taken them.
Yes, 2-0 up. Opportunities after that. They go 3-1 and maybe at the break, instead of being 4-2 down, 4-2 up, but
Wayne, you require 112.
Here's an opportunity. Needs the treble 20 for double 16. Good now this, if he can get it, will just keep him in the contest. Oh, about time too, you could say. 1-1-2, and with Taylor sitting pretty, went ready to take that leg, Rod. He pulled that one out well.
Well, certainly Taylor put the pressure on, and Wayne was up for it. A great shot there. But he'll look back on this game, John, whatever the score is, and think of that 80 and then missed at the double 7. And, you know, the double 2 at the double 10. He's thinking you turn them around and he's in control of the game.
135.
But that's what this game's all about. That's what makes it so exciting.
And on occasions, fairly unpredictable.
100.
The biggest discrepancy between them, apart from 7 points in the average, 96 Taylor, 88
40.
Mardle. Taylor's had 23 three-figure scores, Mardle only 14, and I know that 6 of those have been 180s, but even so, that's a marked difference. 6 140s to Taylor, only 140 to Mardle, and that negates the advantage he's had with the 180s.
Well, I say, John, as Mardle fills this up again for his 7th of the match, which is incredible. But what he's doing, John, he's not following these 180s up. With a straight ton, you would settle after a 180, yes. But he's been following them up with just a 60 or a 59 or 58. And he can't afford to do that. He's got to set this up, Mardle, because Taylor's done the perfect pros job and set his shot up.
Now then, is he going to go there again? Double 13 here for a magnificent... Oh, if only that had gone in. He'd have stolen that leg and he'd have been throwing to level up at 5-all. It's all ifs and buts, isn't it? Taylor, though, he looks as though he's enjoying it in a quiet way. Looking to move slightly and under there. Oh, that was a little fortunate, let's be honest. Mardle can't believe it.
Well, I think you'd have found that that would be an inch away, but it's caught the flight and deflected it in the double top. But you'll take that sometimes, or a lot of times the deflection takes it out of the target, and that one deflected it straight in. You could see Wayne as Phil walked back there, and he's even giving him a little wry smile as if to say that was miles away. That's a bit like hitting the drive in golf and hitting the tree and end up in the middle of the fairway.
Yes,
you know?
Yes. Yes, it's a rather like the snick, isn't it? Through the slips for 4. It looks the same in the book as a perfect cover drive, but we all know that it was had a little 60. Bit of a luck attached to it. But even so, Rod, going back, Mardle did have that 1 dart at double 13, and he's only getting 1 dart at a double on some of these occasions, and
68
unable to put them away.
Well, there's Phil's wife, Yvonne. Been a big supporter of Phil
80.
Since he turned professional in the early 90s. Seems so long ago.
And the lovely Donna Mardle as well. Lovely lady, very friendly, and she's
132.
Sat there over the years watching Wayne. I wonder sometimes she's got any fingernails left.
Well, this is a perfect example where Wayne Mardle's going to get 6 darts from 129.
58.
And he's got to take it out. He's been messing it up a little bit in this game. Doesn't have to worry. He didn't need to do that, really, John. He didn't need to take this 129 out. Now what he's done
51.
is given Phil an outside chance to do something in this leg, because Mardle's only going to get possibly 1 dart, you know, at double top. If Phil hits a 140, he puts the pressure on his 78 of Wayne's. Yes. He puts another one in. It's big pressure on Wayne's shot now.
Well, he went rather one better than a 140, got a maximum, that's his 2nd, so 78 suddenly looks rather more difficult than possibly it did before. Tops then, 1 dart again at the double, gets it this time.